Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is episode 5 of my Parts to Profit series, where I show you guys how to build gaming PCs, test them out, and I try to flip them for a profit. Today, we're going to be looking at probably one of the best gaming PCs you can build in 2025. It's featuring a 9800 X3D and an RTX 5070, and this thing absolutely crushed it. But before we get started, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alrighty guys, let's get into the build. Alrighty, for the motherboard, I went with the all-white Gigabyte B850 Aorus Elite Ice. This is such a dope-looking board with all the white and the silver. It's got a PCI release button. We've got 3 slots for storage under the front panel here. And we've got built-in Wi-Fi with plenty of USB ports and a Q-Flash button on the side for easy BIOS updates. It also supports all the latest Ryzen chips on the AM5 platform. Such a clean board. And up next, we're actually going to throw on one of these contact frames since we're using such a high-end CPU. So we won't be needing the CPU latch that comes on the board, so we can just take that off. And up next is our CPU, and we're running the Ryzen 7 9800 X3D. This thing's an absolute monster. It's easily one of the best gaming CPUs out right now. It can essentially handle any game you throw at it in 2025. Alright, now we can get our contact frame on there and get it screwed down real quick. And we are good to go. Alrighty, up next for the RAM, I'm throwing in an all-white 32GB kit from G-Skill. I went with RGB this time just to go along with that high-end look I'm aiming for with this build, and these will definitely get the job done. Okay, next up is storage, another crucial component. So we're going with the 1TB Crucial P310. This is becoming one of my favorite SSDs right now. I used it in one of my last builds, and honestly, it's got some pretty fast boot times, and load times are pretty quick as well. But yeah, just going to go ahead and get this screwed in real quick. And that'll do it for the motherboard, and honestly, this thing looks so good. Alright, for the case, I went with one of my personal favorites. It's the white NZXT H6 Flow. This thing looks super clean, and it comes with 320mm fans up front, 360 support up top. We got 2 140s on the bottom, and we can fit a 120 in the rear. And there's also a ton of space in the back, which is a game changer for cable management. Easily one of the best cases in my opinion, but we are going to be changing the fans out for some fancier ones, which are going to be these Infinity style Asia Horse fans. So we got 3 reverse blades for up front, standard for the exhaust. So I'm going to go ahead and get these screwed in real quick.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so we got them all swapped over, and tell me these don't look amazing in here right now. Honestly, such a clean look, man. Okay, up next is our cooler, and we're using the Montech Hyperflow for this one. The pump has some solid RGB and comes with pre-applied thermal paste, which is always cool. But same thing with the case. Let's swap these fans out. And we're going to be swapping them out with some more Asia Horse fans just to match the rest of the build. And these look so good.
A few moments later.
Okay, I got them all clicked together. And honestly, these are so dope, and they just made this cooler look so damn good. Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and get our motherboard in the case. And then get it screwed down nice and tight. And we are good to go. Okay, let's get the cooler installed, and damn, this thing looks good. But yeah, let's get this installed into the case real quick. Top panel back on, and then let's get the pump installed next. Nice touch with the thermal paste, Montech. And then just get that screwed down. And just make sure we're secure, and we are all set. Alrighty guys, for real, this thing is starting to look too damn good to sell, so I'm starting to think I might keep this for myself, not gonna lie. No, but seriously, this thing does look dope. Alrighty, and moving on to the back. And for the power supply, I'm using the Lee Edge 850 Gold. This is a nice ass 850 watt, 3.1 PSU, and I'm kind of loving the connectors being off to the side like this. Perfect for this case. And just slide it into place, and we're gonna lock it down with the 4 screws that came with the power supply. Alrighty, and with that all set, I do have a whole bunch of cables to deal with, so I'm gonna get that done and jump ahead real quick. Alrighty, so cables are managed and looking pretty damn good if I do say so myself. I think they came out alright. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get our back panel on, and we are all done with the back and almost done with the build. Alrighty, up next, to assure full style points on the build today, we're obviously going to be vertically mounting our GPU. But first, we're going to have to remove all of these PCIe covers.
1 hour later.
Almost there.
2 hours later.
Just a few more to go.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Oh shit, my bad, Patrick. I didn't know you were behind there. Thanks for helping out with the bit. Alrighty, pop this off. Riser cable goes into the PCIe lane. And just slide in the whole mount into our open space. Screw the whole thing down. And then just take one of those panels that we removed and then just add this back onto the mount, because we won't be using the slot. And we are all set. And last but not least, we've got our RTX 5070 from MSI, and can I just say this card in all white is absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to go so well with the rest of the build. Alright, let's pop our cover off, mount up our GPU. There we go. Go ahead, get that screwed down nice and tight. Get our cable plugged in. And just like that, we are good to go. And to be honest, this is one of my favorite builds. This thing came out absolutely gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, but I am absolutely in love with this build. Alright, let's boot her up and make sure we post. Alrighty, so this is the USB I use for my Windows install. And then this has the most updated version of our BIOS on it. But first, let's get our power supply on, power button. And this thing is absolutely amazing. Like, oh my god, look at this thing. Yeah, this thing looks so good. Like, look how excited I am. This is the one, guys. But alright, so we are all set. We posted. I'm going to go ahead, get this thing set up, and let's play some games, see how it runs. Okay, so taking a look at a few benchmark tests, I started with a run of Cinebench, and we ended up with a score of 954, not too shabby. And after basically watching paint dry for 25 minutes with Steel Nomad, we got a score of 5100 and a 99.2% pass rate. Over on Time Spy, we ended up with a score of 18,820, which I think might be the highest score I've had on the series so far. And finally, we ended up with another pretty high score for the series in Superposition with a final score of 8,166, which is pretty good. And for the games, playing some Warzone, gameplay was smooth, looked amazing, and I was getting over 200 frames on extreme settings using FrameGen and DLSS. Damn, just slumped that dude. And next up is The Last of Us Part 2, and love or hate this game, you really can't argue that this looks absolutely beautiful. And we were getting a very smooth 180 frames per second, and honestly, I might just have to do another playthrough of this. And finally, you can't test a PC without playing some Fortnite, and to be honest, everything looked amazing, ran super smooth, and that's with epic settings, and DLSS is set to quality, and we were averaging about 120 FPS. And I'm starting to think these newer cards don't really need performance mode, because we were hitting over 650 frames per second, which is insane. But let me know down in the comments if anybody's monitor is actually getting this many frames, because I really don't think so. Alrighty guys, that'll do it for today's episode of Parts to Profit, and if you enjoyed the video and watched to the end, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button for me. So, overall, I think this build came out absolutely amazing, and like I said in the beginning of the video, it's probably one of the best gaming PCs that you can build in 2025, and personally, it's one of the best gaming PCs that I've built on the series so far, and I'm definitely going to be sad to see it go, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Alrighty, before we finish up the video though, let's go ahead, talk some inventory, and update our board real quick. Alrighty, so if we're taking a look at our board, not much has changed since the last episode, unfortunately. We still have 2 sold and 2 listed, and now we're going to have this 3rd one listed up, so we can go ahead and throw our newest build up on the board, and that will mark the end of our high-end builds for the season. In our next episode, we'll be looking at some budget builds, and as for our Parts to Profit bank, we are still sitting at 2,300. Hopefully by the time the next episode comes out, we'll have a little bit more in there, so we can start getting closer to our 10,000 goal, but it is what it is. Alrighty guys, we've officially made it to the end, and I appreciate everybody who watched to the end. I seriously love you guys. We've officially hit 600 subscribers as well, so to all of you, seriously, I cannot express how grateful I am for all of you guys. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like button, hit the bell, and leave me some comments so I can get back to you guys. And until the next episode, I will see you then. Peace out.